Good morning. It's at 9 a.m. here on Thursday, January 29th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 59. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have our Munchies segment with LSU Executive Chef Michael Johnson at around 9:15. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama, brought to you by First American Bank and Trust, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB here live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. We are in Mobile, Alabama. Our coverage brought to you by First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com. We were talking about...
It's hour 3 already.
It is.
Oof.
Here we are.
Here we are.
We were talking about the Cleveland Browns a little bit earlier.
A mistake by the lake.
Big mistake by the lake, without question. Since they got back into the NFL, remember they moved to Baltimore, but since they came back as a franchise in 1999, Chris Palmer was the head coach for a couple of seasons. He was in 32 games, 5-27.
Okay.
Then they go and hire Butch Davis. In 59 games, he was 24-35. Terry Robisky, shout out LSU. In 5 games, he was 1-4 as the interim coach.
Okay.
Romeo Crennel, in 64 games, he was 24-40. Eric Mangini, in 32 games, he was 10-22. Pat Shermer, in 32 games, he was 9-23. Rob Chudzinski, shout out to Chud, my guy. In 16 games, he was 4-12, though. How do I remember this guy? Mike something. I didn't even try to pronounce that last name. 32 games. He was 10-22, so it doesn't matter. Hugh Jackson, 40 games. Matthew. In 40 games as the Browns head coach, Hugh Jackson was 336-1.
What?
A winning percentage of .088.
336-1.
In 40 games, 336-1.
That ain't good. That ain't good at all.
You had Greg Williams. He was the, I believe, interim coach in 8 games. 8 games. Okay. Okay, Greg. Greg was 5-3. Freddie Kitchens takes over. They don't give the job to Greg Williams. Freddie Kitchens takes over. In 16 games, he was 6-10. Kevin Stefanski, in 101 games, he was 45-56. How is that possible?
I just looked on it. Then they've had 4 winning seasons since, what did you say, 1999? Since returning in 1999, 4 winning seasons. 2002, they were 9-7. 2007, 10-6. 2020, that was Baker Mayfield, 11-5, and then 2023, 11-6.
Yeah, and the guy that I didn't, Mike Patine. Like, who is that?
I've heard of that name, I think.
Have you? Okay. Shout out to Mike Patine. He was 10-22. I never heard of that fella. Are they the worst?
You've never heard of a fella?
Exactly. Are they the worst franchise in professional sports?
I was talking to somebody, maybe it was y'all I was talking about this with, or I saw a debate on it. I think somebody said maybe the Washington Wizards were up there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, their uniforms are ugly, too. They don't even look good when they're doing it.
And
that's why we call it, everybody, the mistake by the lake. Cleveland.
USA Sports. I want to find this out. The Washington Wizards is bad, but like
for
they had some okay times when they were the Washington Bullets, like way back in the day, in the 70s. I think they lost in the finals a couple of times. All right, so I've got the most losing franchises in every major sport in the United States. In the NFL, it's the Arizona Cardinals.
Since what? So, probably should make it a little bit more towards the modern era.
I know, I'm just going to you all the time.
Okay.
They are the oldest team in the NFL, founded in 1898. The most total losses in NFL history. One championship in 1947, but 0 Super Bowl titles.
The Cardinals are the
Katie's uncle played for them when they were the
team?
St. Louis Cardinals, and they were bad then. They're bad now. They had some run with Kurt Warner. The Minnesota Timberwolves are actually the worst all-time winning percentage in NBA history. Only a handful of playoff series wins ever. So, Timberwolves. The Pittsburgh Pirates in Major League Baseball. That one kind of speaks for itself. Poor Paul Skeens. The Arizona Coyotes in the NHL.
Sure.
Is that even still a thing? So, poor Arizona. Poor Phoenix.
Yeah,
God.
it's bad sports, I guess.
Yeah. Because it's not like the Suns are good either.
Well, Arizona gave us a couple of good quarterbacks, though.
Yeah, and Arizona's in, Arizona. So it's much better than Cleveland.
You ever heard of Jaden
Scottsdale,
Daniels?
Tempe, Phoenix, yeah. Ever heard what?
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, what about him?
Came from Arizona sport.
He's from California.
Yeah. But he was playing sports in Arizona.
Yeah, so is LSU's current quarterback, Sam Levitt.
Yep. So I said a couple quarterbacks.
Give me another Arizona State quarterback.
Jake Plummer.
Yes.
Jake the Snake. When I used to play, so this is back in high school.
The only knowledge of any professional athletes you have is from 1994 to 1998.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
That's about I was hitting my stride as a
That's
sports
your sweet
fan.
spot.
We used to play NCAA Game Breaker on PlayStation 2. Maybe it was PlayStation 1 or 2, back in early high school. And you could I'd play with the 96 Arizona State team. You could play like the historical teams.
Yeah.
That was probably the greatest football game ever created. College Game Breaker.
I remember it.
Did you ever play?
Yeah. And
We used to have little tournaments at a buddy's house.
also your
Tough to beat
sports
Jake the Snake.
knowledge from 94 to 98 is because of video games.
A lot of it, yes. Yes.
King Griffey Jr. baseball.
Well, there's only one real baseball player in that one. Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah, but everybody knew. Everybody knew Jay Buhner was
Jay
Jay
Buhner
Buhner.
was
Tito
there.
Martinez was Tito. Yeah, Edgar was Edgar.
Yeah.
Otis Nixon was Otis Nixon. Ron Gant was Ron Gant. Julio Franco was Julio Franco. We all knew.
They use their name, image, and likeness. There should be a term for that, and it should. Never mind. Anywho, Browns suck.
Would you ever be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns? God, I hate this for our guy, Todd Monken.
I mean, I'm sure he's getting paid well.
Yeah, okay, for sure. But I just gave you the list since they came back. I mean, even before that, even the guy that we consider the greatest coach of all time, Bill Belichick, in 80 games, he was 36-44.
Oh, bud, he is not the greatest coach of all time. He can't even make it to the Hall of Fame.
The last coach they've had with a winning record that was the full-time head coach is Marty Schottenheimer. 1984 to 1988. In 71 games, he was 44-27.
Oh, was he a two-time NFL Coach of the Year?
Marty?
Like Stefanski?
Probably, actually.
Can't wait to see the Stefanski versus Baker beef.
NFL Coach of the Year when he was with the Chargers in 2004. I actually think he got fired in 06. So, yeah, when he was with the Chargers in 04, he got AP NFL Coach of the Year.
But he didn't do it with the Browns.
No, he did not. AFC Coach of the Year with the Browns.
Okay. All right.
So there you go. Marty Schottenheimer. Last time the Browns had a winning head coach in the 80s. That's awful. Like, how are you a fan of the Cleveland Browns? And look, I know the Pelicans are a bad franchise. I get that. And the NBA is popular. It's not the NFL. The NFL is by far the most popular sport. So you're going to have more fans for NFL teams. When you send your payment in for season tickets to the Browns and you know you're going to suck, that's got to be a kick between the legs.
Oh, yeah. For sure. And that's why, it makes, when they have any glimmer of hope, it makes it fantastic for them. But usually that glimmer of hope turns into darkness pretty quick. So, I don't know.
Darkness, my old friend.
It's just, what did we compare it to a couple of weeks ago? Like losing organizations like the Browns is like that one building in town that's had about 13 different restaurants. And none of them work. It's just a building that has a stigma to it.
People keep going to the bank and saying, I've got the plan. I need
plan.
the loan because I'll be the 14th in the last 6 months, but I'm going to make it.
And it's different people. It's different owners. It's different genres of food. It's different. Yeah. It's different. Some of them are popular. Some of them can be McAllister's. That works everywhere. Like that. Things can be a chain. It can be a startup. Yeah. Whatever it is. And the only common denominator is the location, the foundation, the framework, the walls. That's the floor. That's the only common denominator. Everything else is different, but nothing. We all know it. Everybody's got that place in there wherever they grew up or in the place that they live. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Doesn't matter what you do. It's just not going to work. And a lot of sports franchises, for whatever reason, feel like that. The Browns, the Jets, the Raiders. It just feels that's the feeling you get. No matter what happens, no matter who they bring in, no matter who's in charge, it just ain't going to work. And until you prove us wrong, we're just going to keep saying, told you so.
It's like the spot that Mellow Mushroom once was in Baton Rouge. Mm-hmm. It's been a lot of things.
Yep. No, there's that place.
Many different things.
There's that place on Perkins. It was at McAllister's at one point.
Oh, man.
It's over there by the park.
Yeah, that thing has been tacos. It's been seafood. It has been, you're right.
Rock, paper, tacos, I think was one.
Yeah.
We all know that spot.
Yeah, it was a seafood place. It's very popular down in this area, like in Gulf Shores. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it was that.
Yep.
The old CC's Coffee by the OG Walk-Ons, by our friends over at Pro Dreams, right there on the end cap.
Coffee shop by a university.
75 different things since then.
Mm-hmm. We all get it.
Yeah. They're the Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Brown. That building is a Cleveland Brown.
I mean, rip.
Good for the owner. You keep getting tenants.
Yeah, rip for Mellow Mushroom. What once was very good Wednesday nights. It's been 17 different things.
It was actually the highest grossing Mellow Mushroom in the whole country.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that it was a chain. I don't know. At some point, it probably was not the highest grossing.
Right, but I mean, like, what happened? Because when we were in college, Wednesday nights,
popping.
Let's go to Mellow Mushroom.
Popping. Open mic night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot happened. I don't know.
I guess that's true. I guess our other favorite establishment in college has shut down and had to come back since. So.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We were going to talk about. Let's stay in the AFC North. And a new job has been filled with the Pittsburgh Steelers. My former coach for the Green Bay Packers and also former coach of the Dallas Cowboys. After another year or two off, I can't remember if he's been out for 2. No, it's just 1 year. He takes the job with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and let me tell you, if you hadn't, like the press conference that he had was fantastic. Like he couldn't even get through the first sentence without almost crying.
Yeah.
So this guy is a Pittsburgh guy. We used to kind of like make fun of old Pittsburgh Mike. He always would talk about Pittsburgh, like in his talks and the speeches to us in Green Bay, Wisconsin, right? And he was a Pittsburgh through and through. Like if y'all think like people from Texas are like proud to be from Texas, and they always say it, people from Pittsburgh are like that times 10. Like they let you know that they're when they're like the first time you meet them. They'll let you know 5 times that they're from Pittsburgh, and they're Pittsburgh tough. So Mike McCarthy grew up a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. His family lives there. He worked at a little dive bar when he was growing up, and all that stuff. Everything that he used to always preach to us was about Pittsburgh. And so he gets the job. So congratulations to Mike McCarthy. I hope it works out. You never know. Following like a legend like that, Mike Tomlin's been there for 19 years. And he followed Bill Cowher before that. Like you're following.
They've had like 3 coaches in the last forever.
Right, exactly. It's like quarterback for the Packers. They've had like 3 quarterbacks for like 40 years or whatever.
That's the same situation, even longer.
And so it's he takes out. So I wish him the best. He's really good at coaching quarterbacks, coaching offenses. I thought he took Dak Prescott to a good level. His offense is great. Of course, coached Aaron Rodgers for a long time, so it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But he was asked about it, and he said, yeah, why wouldn't you want Aaron Rodgers to be your quarterback? I get it. A lot of people don't feel the same way, but certainly there is a history relationship there. So it'll be interesting to see what that, if Aaron Rodgers wants to continue playing football. But if he does, you got to imagine that is a connection that's going to come back together. It would be really cool for me, from my seat, just having a relationship with both those guys and being with them for 6 years. It would be really cool for me to see them, one last ride. So.
Yeah. You could tell it meant a lot to him. We were talking with Scott Tolzien the other day, and he's like, even when we'd go play in Pittsburgh, like Mike enjoyed Pittsburgh and showing his team,
sure.
like all the spots in Pittsburgh and where he grew up. And you're right, it is one of those cities in the country that if you're from there, you're incredibly proud of it, and you make sure that you represent it whenever you can. And so that is a lifelong dream. I mean, he has parents at his press conference, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it meant a lot.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to
He was like, I told you not to sit them in the front row, because he was starting to cry. Like his first line out.
All right, we will take a break. Before we do, I want to remind you about our friends, though, at Rouse's. Rouse's.com is the website. Here in Mobile, all the way to Baton Rouge, they got a location that is going to be convenient for you. It is king cake season, so go ahead, walk in. Any king cake, cinnamon, any kind of filling, any Dr. Pepper king cake, they have got them all. We always tell you they make dinner easy as well. You go in, it's already pre-made, it's ready to go. They got the sides ready to go. It is so convenient for you. They got the sushi bar, the breakfast bar, they got the rotisserie chickens. All of that is just right there, and it is very convenient for you. And if you're trying to make dinner quick because you're getting home late from the ball field, whatever it is, like, they are there to help you out. So go to Rouse's.com, find the weekly specials they've got on their website, find that location that is convenient for you. Go to Rouse's.com today. All right, when we come back, get your Munchie questions inside the Bayou Ford chat, because our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, will join us here to answer your Munchie questions on OTB.
Off the bench. Off the bench with Hester and Flynn. Live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile. Presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, and welcome back in. It is OTB. We are here at the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. But, of course, that doesn't stop us from catching up with our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, to answer your Munchie questions. So we are glad, as always, to have our guy on. Chef Michael Johnson, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, guys. Nice to hear y'all voices.
Yeah, we're down here in Mobile. Hey, it's pretty cold down here. How's the weather up there, over there, wherever you're at in Baton Rouge?
It's still pretty chilly, but it's better than what it has been, for sure. It's thawing out.
We got any cold weather comfort foods going on, Chef?
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of soup at the house this past few days, that's for sure. I made some gumbo for I made some red bean gumbo for my daughter's graduation. My daughter graduated college or university in December. So,
yeah, absolutely. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'll make sure and pass it on to her. So I'm very, very proud of her. And but we had I made a ton of red bean gumbo for her graduation party and had some left over. So we've been thawing some of that out and eating it. And it's when you freeze something, it still continues to meld just mildly, right? And so I don't know. I've probably had this conversation 3 or 4 times since last week about the importance of melting a soup and letting it sit. And, man, there's something special about how a soup warms you from the inside.
Chef, is chili a soup?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it has to be. Yeah.
All right. I didn't know. I was like, does it fall in like the stew family? Like, where does it fall? But we're going soup.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, I think a stew is almost a soup. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like thicker cut soup, like bigger chunks. To me, I think what differentiates it is the size of the stuff that's in it. To me, like a stew bigger chunks in a soup, you should be able to fit a little bit of everything on your spoon. So in my mind, that's what differentiates it.
Chef, when you make a chili, are you going like a ground beef situation or like a cubed or a chopped?
Yeah, if I'm making my best chili that I have, it's going to be a small cube, something that's like a half inch to quarter inch, and it's meaty, right? But if I'm just trying to throw it together because the kids are chomping on my heels, then I'm gonna use ground beef. Yeah.
I got a hashtag Munchies here. Now I don't even know if this is possible, but have you ever made cheese from scratch?
I have, yeah. So you use rennet, which is an enzyme that comes from a cow's stomach. No, that's for fresh cheese. It's not. I don't know if it's for all cheese, but yeah, I have a few times, and I actually sent him to a cheese making class, and he came back, and we farted around with it. And making cheese is a really interesting deal.
Like what type of cheese can you make from scratch?
Well, like fresh buffalo mozzarella. You soak that in the rennet just overnight, and you can have it pretty quickly. Or oh gosh, what's the cheese with the soft middle? I'm brain farting here, man. I'm getting old. Yeah, but fresh cheeses are the easiest and best, and buffalo mozzarella is the one that comes to mind. But yeah,
I guess if you're making mozzarella, you can do like you can make like burrata. You can make like cottage cheese. Yeah.
Oh, look at you, big cheese guy.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to spit out. And I don't know if you guys have ever had cheese curds before, but you make those through.
Wait, he pays for the Packers, Chef. You know he's had. Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's not a good cheese curd unless it squeaks when you eat it.
It's squeaky cheese. That's right. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's got to squeak. It's got to be squeaky cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. When you chew on it, it's supposed to squeak. And up north in Canada, in Canada, they have poutine, right? And so that's like the ultimate Canadian dish. So cheese is a big part of everybody's culture, I think.
God, poutine, man, so good.
Yeah. That's a late night snack for sure.
Jacob doesn't know anything about it. He's a West Coast guy.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Chef Michael Johnson is our guest here. Time to get your munchie questions inside the Bayou Ford chat. Chef, right now, if somebody's starting the new year, new me, right? And every year that's kind of, when the diet starts. It's when they're getting back on track. Like, what would be maybe the easiest tip for them to try to stay on schedule, to not just dive back into the fast food or the fatty foods? If you were trying to create a plan that was easy to kind of follow and convenient for them, what would be your advice?
Be reasonable about it. You know what I mean? A lot of people delve way too deep into a diet, and there's the recovery that comes from that. And I think you have to be realistic about it and set realistic goals. If you go and remove all the sugar and all the fats and all the unhealthy stuff from your life all at the same time, your family is not going to like you too much. You know what I mean? So, truth be known, I did a spiritual fast, and I do it between between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I did exactly that and removed all these unhealthy things, and I got super fussy. And after about 10 days, I recovered from it, and was good. But truth be known, and I'm oversharing here. After I did my fast, there's a return to it, and once you come off the fast, like you have this, or a diet for that matter, there's this likelihood that you're going to return heavily to your old ways of eating, which I did, and I found out the hard way that I'm actually type 2 diabetic, and so there is a danger to it, and a real, you have to be careful what you're doing when you're eating. And so, growing old is a part of life, and I found that out the hard way. But, it also, there is a healthy way to eat, and, lots of fiber in your diet. I think, you have to be realistic about it and set goals that are attainable without putting yourself in danger. And if you're going to go on to a heavy diet, you need to consult with your doctor, to make sure that everything is in in check. As a younger person, you probably won't have as much bounce back, but the older you get and the older your body gets, the more likely it is that, something could come of it. So I think that, set attainable goals.
Yeah, it's always good to do some sort of I've always found it the most challenging, self-discipline things to do is a diet. I think most people find that out. I think, a lot of New Year's diets are set and get broken pretty quick, but that's one of the best things that you do for this. It's a little discipline challenge for yourself as you get older, or whatever age you are. You can, eating is something that everybody loves to do, certainly. So it's hard to cut that out.
I think, cutting soda out, even sugary foods, take it one step at a time and eliminate the things that are most important to you to get out of your life. And to me, I think that sugary foods, obviously, but, saturated fats, there's caffeine, there's all kinds of stuff that we could take out of our diet that could make us healthier. You just have to be realistic about it.
I got a really good question here, #Munchies. Is Chef ever going to release a cookbook?
I've been asked that 1,000 times, and I love to write, and I think that before my life is over, I probably will. I have some other things that I want to accomplish. I think they're more impactful for me and for a community. I think is quicker. Cookbooks seem to kind of be like a thing of the past almost, and so I like sharing information for sure, but taking time to write the book is that it's consuming, right? And so there's some other things that I think that I'd like to accomplish that kind of meet the same goals of sharing food and recipes, but are more realistic with time management.
Yeah, this is his cookbook. He tells the people every week.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And I think, Chef, you're talking to you and just hearing your stories and how you feel about food and the body and just the spiritual and the mental part of everything, because eating is a spiritual thing, certainly, especially if you've had good food. I enjoy hearing just not even just the recipe part, but just sharing the story about just how you feel about food and your journey with food. It's pretty fantastic. That's why our listeners, and certainly we like to hear from you every single week.
Well, I appreciate that. And that, that's kind of the way I want to share things. To me, it is spiritual, and I think it is to a lot of people. And, it hits you inside, when you share it, it feels good. And, the way I cook, when I cook for the people that I cook for, it is something that you share from inside. And, I think that's why it's special that Louisianans get together. And we went hog hunting this past weekend and over in Delcom. And what was started off as 6 people ended up being 30 people and, and crawfish and everything else. And, it's beautiful to get people around food and to share stories and to listen and just enjoy life.
Chef, last one before we let you go. Go to king cake. How do we feel about king cake? Somebody was asking if you make your own, but I know baking is not your favorite thing to do in the kitchen. So do you make a king cake, or do you have a favorite spot that you always pick one up?
No, this year, so I've been kind of pushing towards sourdough breads because they're easier digestible, and I have started doing business with a company called St. Bruno Breads, and they make a sourdough king cake, and I think it's pretty damn good.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's kind of non-traditional, right? It's not one of your big brand names, but I love the fact that it's sourdough and it digests easier. And for me, it kind of meets me in the middle for what I'm trying to accomplish with my athletes and, what we're trying to do with the festive, the Carnival or Mardi Gras or whatever. And so, I don't know. That's the one for me this year.
Yeah, what was the name of that one again?
St. Bruno.
St. Bruno. All right, I am writing that down.
Chef, do you have a sourdough mother you keep?
I don't. It's quite energetic to put into it, so I trust other people with their mother. Having said that, I think that if I ask. I have plenty of friends that had sourdough starters that it's actually easier if you take one of theirs and create, instead of trying to start your own from scratch, if you could convince somebody to give you a little piece of their mother, the starter, the sourdough mother, then, it actually helps foster the growth of the bacteria. So, just
Jacob's so confused when you start saying mother.
The hell is a mother?
This guy.
the mother is the starter. You know, like it you know, like if you know what you're doing with the sourdough, you can have a sourdough starter, what you call a starter. Once it gets up and living and creates, you know, it's called a mother. It's like you know, this living creature, so to speak. You know, like it's full of all this bacteria that live in there. And so when you have, once your starter has grown to the place that it's living and wherever you keep it, it's called a mother.
Flynn, how the hell did you know about this?
Because I'm smart.
No, I know that's not it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Just we used to have like starter stuff when I was growing up on a couple different breads, and I don't know. I thought it was pretty common knowledge.
Well, can't hide money.
That's why I asked him if he had a mother.
Can't hide money. Chef,
Your mother
you're the
was a
man.
mother.
Chef, we appreciate you every single week. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll catch up again soon.
You guys take care.
You as well.
Come on, guy, dude.
Mother.
Come on, grow up a little bit.
Alondra, turn you up here. Do you know what the hell they're talking
I
about?
had actually never heard of a sourdough mother before.
No. Hold your pinky up next time you talk about that.
I've always
sourdough mother.
Ball of bacteria.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get into sourdough baking and like making the bread myself or whatever, but it all seems way too complicated. Like I don't know what a starter is. Yeah. I don't know why I need a starter. Yeah. I don't know why I need to feed the starter. Like
Isn't it funny that making sourdough bread is actually really white bread of you?
Fair enough.
Like I'll just go to Whole Foods and pick some up.
Yeah, but I feel like people
at Albertsons, at Rouse's, or wherever.
I feel like
they sell sourdough bread.
You're not in your 30s yet, though. I think once you get to that point, I think at that point you're going to get into more of the sourdough game.
So you see, I'm already kind of into it. It's just so confusing to me that I want to,
yeah,
but it's way too confusing.
Too, when I pull up to Rouse's and grab a sourdough loaf.
Well, you're in like the half marathon world. I feel like that follows by the Live, Laugh, Love sign. And then
never.
Get into the sourdough world.
I don't think I'll ever be Live, Laugh, Love. Nothing about me says Live, Laugh, Love.
Oh, that's good. I saw a post the other day that said, you could tell somebody used to be a party animal.
What?
They run half marathons now. I don't know. Is that true?
Okay. High school me was bad.
Okay.
So maybe.
So it checks out?
A little bit.
I mean, everybody's got it.
Yeah.
All right. Sourdough mother. Got it. More OTB when we come back here live from Mobile, Alabama.
Off the bench.
All right, when it comes to your money, you want a bank that treats you like a person, not a number, and that is First American Bank and Trust. They've been servicing Louisiana communities for generations, offering personal banking, business banking, and lending solutions with real local service you can trust. So whether you're opening a new account, growing your business, or planning for what's next, their team is there every step of the way. There's no call centers, there's no runaround, just people who know what they're doing and care about their customers. And remember, right there in the Baton Rouge area, not some big city on the East Coast or West Coast. They're in Baton Rouge making those decisions for you. You can learn more at FABT.com.
That's right here in Louisiana. We still believe in doing business the right way, and that's knowing your banker, getting straight answers, and working with people who actually care about your success. And that's exactly what you're going to find over at First American Bank and Trust. For more than 100 years, they've been up and running here in Louisiana. So First American Bank and Trust, local people, local decisions, real banking. Visit FABT.com.
I got my first real six string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled, was the summer of 69.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile. Presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, and welcome back in. It is OTB. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Russell Pool Company. RussellPools.com is the website. If you're looking to build your dream pool in your backyard, they are the person. I'm thinking if you want a kidney shape, if you want a rectangle. We always say dream pool. Mm-hmm. Maybe your dream is a kidney shape.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Maybe it is a rectangle.
Yeah, maybe it's a pentagon.
Maybe you want to go square. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's your dream pool.
Yeah, write your name with a pool.
You can do the LSU pool like they have at the, what do they call that thing? The rec?
Yep.
I was looking for Alondra. She's
recreational facility.
The LSU pool. Did you ever take full
the
advantage
UREC?
of it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, the lazy pool was
Yeah.
after me.
Okay. You're old.
Missed it.
Oh.
But if you want
I
that.
turn 28 next week.
Yeah, if you want that, you can do that. But again, You want a kidney shaped pool? You can do a kidney shaped pool. Whatever you want. It is your dream in your space, in your backyard. Alondra's old like us now.
No.
RussellPools.com is the website for Russell Pool Company.
People kind of getting on you in the chat a little bit.
About what?
They said Jake saying he can't hide money because he doesn't know how to make sourdough bread.
Yeah.
It was a pretty comical response.
Really? Mm-hmm. I mean, it feels like something like you got to be kind of bougie.
No, dude, it's blue collar.
Is it?
That's gritty. There's a mason jar of just some bacteria forming. It's called the mother.
Man, it feels real white bread. Sorry, chat. I never heard of that. We had.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Alondra, I don't know what y'all had. We had Wonder Bread growing up where I grew up.
It's like we'd get the HEB, the Hill Country one, or Miss Baird's or something like that.
We got
Baird's,
Wonder Bread. Blue
okay.
Bunny, maybe? Is Blue Bunny a brand? That was when you got upgraded. You get the Peter Pan peanut butter that I'm sure it's not peanut butter.
Oh, there's peanuts in it.
You think?
Some.
Yeah. You get that at the county market. Shout out to county market.
All right.
We didn't make sourdough, though. Sorry.
I think sourdough became popular in San Francisco, I believe.
Can y'all tell the meth gator story? We did a full episode, 2 hours on meth gators one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
Florida.
I think it was a Florida man that somehow, some way
Misplaced
some of his meth, and gators got into said meth, and it was creating a meth gator.
Yes.
So
hyper-aggressive gators.
Yes.
Hyper-aggressive. I pictured it kind of like a rabid animal with like rabies, right?
Yeah,
that's what rabid means. But
Yeah.
an animal with rabies going crazy, looking for. I mean, have y'all ever seen? They made the movie. I don't know if it was based on meth gators. I think it was actually based on kind of like a true story. Not a true story, of course, like the story, the plot line. But Cocaina Bears. You remember that movie coming out? Mm-hmm. It was fantastic.
What was it called? Cocaine Bears?
Yes, Cocaine Bears. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried to church it up with Cocaina. Not really knowing the rules around here. The radio game.
I mean, cocaine's not a bad word.
I don't know.
Bad habit, not a bad word.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, talking about can't have money. Yeah, if you got one of those problems.
Yep.
Oh.
What are those swans doing down there?
Wait, what?
They're swans.
Oh, yeah, those are creepy. What is that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
All right.
I've never been in a place that was like such a big poser. Mobile wants to be New Orleans really bad.
Yeah.
They claimed the first Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it's got the downtown little strip's got a little New Orleans feel to it.
They about that start their parades, which respect. You know what? It's go. You got to just throw respect to the game, the Louisiana game, the Mardi Gras game. But they claimed the first one. I mean, I don't know.
Like I always say, it's not who did it first, who does it best.
Yeah.
And if you did it first, cool, man.
Yeah.
I love coming to
cool.
Mobile once a year for 4 days. But when people say Mardi Gras, you don't think Mobile, Alabama.
No.
You think New Orleans.
But Mobile has treated us well. It's a cool little downtown area. It has been cold, so it's kind of like not like you kind of want to go walk around a whole lot, but it has been nice. It's been my first like extended stay in Mobile before. I came to a convention one time a couple of years ago for the National Guard. But it's been very good. The Senior Bowl has been fantastic. It's our last show. Hey, you're going to be gone a little bit next week, huh? Just like the whole week.
Oh, man, I tell you what. I just got to get to the finish line. I have to get to, okay, so we're here. It is Thursday, January 29th. I am off tomorrow because, my God, I need to see my family. I'm going to see them tomorrow, and I'm going to see them on Saturday, and then I fly out on the 1st of February to go to San Francisco. I'm going to be there doing multiple shows, probably 3 shows a day, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then I fly back late that night. I think it's a red eye. And I get back to Baton Rouge super late. I'll be off the 7th and 8th, and then that's the finish line. Just got to get to February the 9th. I just got to get to February the 9th. And then we do a week of shows, and then we both are taking vacation for the week that the kids are out for Mardi Gras. So I have gone multiple rounds of the playoff. I did the national championship. We do this here. Was that last? I don't even know what event we're at. Here at the Senior Bowl, then we go to the Super Bowl, and then I'm off until the draft in April. But it's not like I don't mind the work. I do 2 shows every single day. It's not the work. It's the being away from
being away from family stuff, for sure. So almost to the finish line, bud.
I can see it.
We will be.
I can see it. Now, Super Bowl radio is the most intense thing I do all year. It's 3 hours every day solo.
Ooh.
And it's a pop-up channel on Sirius XM, so it's my own channel for a week.
Why don't they give you an old partner?
I don't know. They like it because now it's guest heavy, so I'm not gonna act like I'm by myself. I'm probably by myself of the 3 hours an hour of it per day, and there's no Alondras, there's no
you can't bounce
Tay-Tays
it
to throw anything off of.
Yep.
But look, it is what it is. It's my 3rd year doing it. I love it. It's great energy. So we'll see.
It'll be great. I know you're gonna there's a little time change. You're gonna be 2 hours behind us certainly, so you'll have to wake up early even if you want to join us in the 3rd hour. But it'll be myself, Alondra, Tay-Tay, the tripod, rolling all week next week from Baton Rouge, and you'll join the show as much as you can. It'd be great to get insight, first-hand experience from the radio row there at Super Bowl. I know it's a poppin' place to be. It's a place to be.
Yeah, it is.
And is that actually in San Francisco?
I think the radio row is going to be in San Francisco. The game is in Santa Clara, but I don't go to the game. I have no desire to go to the game. I am going to be on the first bird smoking Friday when I finish up.
Mm-hmm. Good for you, buddy. Wow.
It'll be fun, though.
It'll be fantastic. Well, we got
our
to close
show's
it up
at
here, though.
5 a.m. that time?
Yeah, it'll be 5 a.m. That's the reason that
that's why
the whole show didn't go. We just couldn't.
Yeah,
we just couldn't figure out with the time change. So probably be a lot of the same next year because it will be L.A. next year. Is that right?
Yeah, I hope we find a way to change the clock though, because L.A. is going to be a great time. L.A. does a good job hosting. I'm gonna be honest with you, San Francisco is not my favorite spot for any big game. It's just everything's spread out. The convention center is not nearly the same size as the other ones. So L.A. will be a better time. Las Vegas for college, L.A. for the Super Bowl. So,
well,
Chargers, Packers, book it.
Book it for sure. 100% happening.
All right, we'll take our last break of the show, put a bow on this edition. Remember, we've got one more day of practice, so be sure to follow all the social media, ESPN and OTB on Instagram. Alon's doing a great job having all the content there for you. So another day of practice. We'll have some content from practice, and we'll close out today's show when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, what I say about our friends over at Trash Rangers. Obviously, what they can do for you, residential, commercial trash pickup. What they can do for you as far as a roll-off dumpster. 3 different sizes to choose from. But don't forget the sanitation department. If you need a portable toilet coming up for the parades, the Mardi Gras parade, Spanish Town parade, coming up in a couple of weeks, they have got you covered. We told you yesterday, and we meant it. You don't want those people in your house using the restroom. They're your friends. They're cool. Like, you can catch beads in my front yard. We can eat and drink a couple cold pops, but I don't need you using the restroom. That's why you call Trash Rangers. They'll have those portable toilets set up for you. So go ahead, plan ahead, and go to trashrangers.com.
Yeah, that's Trash Rangers sanitation, but Trash Rangers trash removal is the most reliable trash removal service in Louisiana. So whether it's commercial, industrial, residential, if you're one of the lucky ones that has the residential pickup, you know that they are fantastic. Commercial, they can size their product. They can pick up as many times as you need in a week to fit your project, and roll off dumpsters, whatever you need, 3 sizes to choose from. The best trash removal and sanitation removal service in Louisiana. TrashRangers.com.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile. Presented by First American Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back in. One final segment here on OTB. We just had Saints general manager Mickey Loomis walk by. He didn't want to do the Ask Mickey segment, though. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Hey, he's 1-0 on his last draft.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hey, can we go 2-0? It's called a win streak.
It has been done before, as old Lou Brown said.
But, recency biased. There's no GM better based on the last round.
Oh, man. Mickey has always been, like, with this time, anytime I've ever had him on NFL radio when I've gone down to training camp or whatever. So maybe one day we can have the Ask Mickey segment. What do you think? Think he'll do it?
Maybe we should just ask questions.
maybe we'll filter the questions.
Filter them just a bit.
Yeah, we'll filter those through.
All right, what you looking for today? Practice? Anything on the top of your mind?
Yeah, it's going to be Tyron Montgomery again. After that conversation, how could it not be? That's the guy that I'm rooting for. So for the national, if we're like outside of LSU guys, I'm going to go him, national team, and then for the American team, just going to continue to watch Kalon Black, running back from Indiana.
Yeah. If you're on the social medias, as we post that interview, y'all go share it. Let that kid's story get out there, because that is somebody. It's what is good in sports. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to that interview, you can go back, check it out on the social media, go check it out on YouTube. Do yourself a favor, take a few minutes, go listen to that story of Tyron Montgomery.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you. We thank you.
Off the bench.
Actually, Magic Johnson style, I'm not going to be there, but somebody will be there. If you're thinking about upgrading your home inside or out, it starts with K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. From custom blinds and shades to outdoor living solutions, K to Z helps homeowners create spaces that look great and actually work for how you live. They walk you through the process, offer quality products, and handle professional installation, so there's no guesswork on your end. So whether it's refreshing one room or transforming your outdoor space, we always talk about that with K to Z. They have got you covered from start to finish. Check them out at ktozblinds.com.
That's right, K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. If you want to upgrade your home, the interior of your house, but we kind of talk about the outside too. Those motorized roll-up shades on your outdoor living area is absolutely incredible. Up and down, no matter, be an extension of your indoor hosting area. So go check them out, K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, ktozblinds.com.